Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. It may not be Thirsty Thursday, but it is still update day today here in the world of Warzone. We have what is presumably the final main update before Call of Duty Next and the MW2 beta have arrived next week. Going to be a very strange one when it comes to updates between Warzone with everything else going on for MW2. But as for today, we got some new changes in game. We got some new patch notes to go over, plenty to break down. Starting first, of course, though, with the main components of this patch itself, the playlist update. Now, for what it's worth, this should not require any download for this update. It should just be whenever you go to get onto the game next, you get the whole update requires restart thing. You go through, you cycle your game, you're good to go. Because as of today, September 9th, we got our final weekend update that's previewed. This is the end of this, at least small playlist preview section. As far as, you know, next week, the week beyond, so on and so forth, they have not previewed that. Hopefully they do. We'll have to wait and see. But we do have our sort of weekend LTM playlist update now live. And this is going to last until Monday, in which case I assume we're going to go back to the standard rotation, which we'll, of course, talk about here in just a moment. But this weekend, we've got Operation Last Call quads. Keep in mind that Operation Last Call and the sort of heroes versus villains event that we have going on is ending on the 14th. So this is the final weekend for that. We also have Battle Royale solos, duos, trios, and quads for Caldera. So this, of course, is just standard Battle Royale gameplay. Nothing too crazy going on here. For Fortune's Keep, we got all the Resurgence options, solos, duos, trios, and quads. And then finally, we got Rebirth Island Resurgence quads live all weekend long. Now, not gonna lie, for a weekend sort of quote-unquote LTM update, this one a little bit lackluster compared to the previous two where we had, you know, Clash 50 versus 50, where we had Rebirth at night and BR buyback solos. This one a little bit more basic, but we got a little bit of something for everyone between Caldera, Fortune's Keep, and Rebirth. As I mentioned, come Monday, we'll probably go back to the standard playlist rotation of just Battle Royale, solos, duos, trios, and quads, Operation Last Call, Plunder quads, and then the Fortune's Keep Resurgence modes as well. And of course, daily they cycle out the Resurgence or Iron Trials on Caldera and Rebirth as well. So admittedly, for this playlist update, kinda lackluster, nothing too crazy going on. Now, as mentioned, come Wednesday, we will see the end of the Heroes versus Villains event. We don't really know what's going to happen when this ends. Obviously, they've sort of been teasing the fact that, hey, it's Heroes versus Villains. You can either help save Caldera or you can help blow it up, whether you want to be on, you know, the Heroes side or the Villains side. I want to preface again, because I see a lot of people talking about this. I don't think this actually has any implications on a map change. I don't think they're going to remove Caldera if the villains win. Now, I could be wrong for what it's worth, and honestly, I think it'd be pretty cool if I was wrong and this event did actually have gameplay implications. But yeah, I don't think that it's gonna, you know, change the map depending on who wins this event. That said, the faction tokens are now worth more for the overall score. I believe it's like 400 now, I think Raven tweeted the other day. So that's there. Of course, they boosted up the hero token count a ton the other day. The villains were out in front by like a ton, and then they put like double points on the heroes and they caught back up overnight. So I think they're just trying to, you know, make it seem like it's close and competitive. I don't think it's going to be anything too crazy. And of course, when that event ends, whichever team wins, everyone is going to get that team's MP40 blueprint, whether it's the blue one or the red one. Not the craziest reward, but regardless of which team you've been trying to collect, you will get an MP40 blueprint. Also, just real quick, if you guys are new to the channel, around 52% of viewers watching aren't subbed, and every day I got you covered with all things going on in COD, so feel free to hit that sub button. And right now, all weekend long, my G Fuel discount code WhosImmortal is boosted to get you 30% off your entire orders. So if you want to grab a new tub, shaker cup, starter pack, anything like that, link for that will be down below. Great time to take advantage of that increased discount. Now, as mentioned, we do have some brand new patch notes to go over. These are actually from yesterday, the 8th. There was a small little hotfix patch note update thing that went live. Nothing too crazy going on here, but some decent changes nonetheless, I would say. As always, whenever we go over patch notes, they have fixed additional collision issues with various elements across Caldera and Fortune's Keep. This is areas that are exploitable, glitched, you can't access, that you should be able to access, you can access, that you should not be able to access, all sorts of stuff like that. Like I said, that one is literally in every single bug fix, like, you know, section of the patch notes. They also fixed an issue that was causing Battle Hardened to not decrease the time stunned by 80%. So that technically just got a buff in a way, but it was mainly a fix. Either way, Battle Hardened is going to be more effective against stuns now after this update, so that's live now. They also fixed an issue causing the ammunition attachments on the Gorenko to remain locked even if a player had surpassed the required level. This has been an issue for like literally months at this point. You couldn't use lengthened or these other ammo options on the Gorenko from Vanguard, so that is now an option. Obviously, the Gorenko's seen a lot of time in the spotlight recently because of World Series of Warzone and everything. It's a pretty solid sniper. Personally, I'm a 3-line gang. I just don't like how the Gorenko feels. I don't like that sort of like visual kick when you spam it and whatnot, but it's a pretty solid sniper right now for long range if you like the feel of it. And now, because you can fix those ammo attachments, it should be a little bit more effective than before. Then finally, one that I'm very glad they fixed, they updated an issue that caused the sound effect of gaining points as a hero or a villain to be louder than intended. Whenever you were to go and grab a hero token or a villain token, it was, you know, super loud in your ears constantly, very obnoxious if you were grabbing multiple back to back. So that sound effect is going to be a little quieter now. Like I said, just a couple of bug fixes here, but a new update with some new patch notes nonetheless. Also, speaking of, you know, updates and other changes, we got the Trello board to visit here. Now, the issues part of the Trello board, still not seeing many updates. It's like this is not really a huge focus anymore. I can't blame them because obviously pretty much all attention is on MW2 and Warzone 2 at this point. That said, I hope they continue to give us like the playlist previews and the Trello updates because Warzone's still going to be like the go-to game until MW2 is fully out with the exception of the beta. Then also whenever Warzone 2 is out supposedly on November 16th. So, you know, hopefully we still see some changes in between now and then to, you know, their communication stuff. But yeah, same issues as we talked about earlier on this week with the Gulag audio still being busted with explosives and sometimes gunfire and other stuff. Also, private matches, as of the time that I'm recording this, still MIA. There's still a glitch going on with those, so those are not currently active. The main thing we want to focus on with the Trello board this time around is the fact that this weekend, from the 9th to the 12th, we do have a bit of a double XP event going on. Keep in mind, this is just standard rank XP, so this won't affect your weapons or your operators or anything else. It's just simply your overall level, which really is not all that important. But if you're trying to, you know, reach a certain level for this season, if you're trying to maybe rank up an account because you just jumped into Warzone, perhaps this weekend, prime time to jump on. That double XP is live for all platforms, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, and it's also live on both games. It's live on Warzone and Vanguard as well, so, you know, be sure to take advantage of that. The last note that I again want to bring up here for our you know, update coverage today is what's going on next week, because as far as Warzone goes, we don't really have any idea. We know Call of Duty Next is taking place next Thursday the 15th, and then the MW2 beta is dropping on Friday the 16th for PlayStation first. But for Warzone, you know, usually Thursday and Fridays are update days. We don't know if we're going to see a playlist update next week. Again, hopefully Raven drops some communication in the form of, you know, another playlist preview picture or something like that, so we can, you know, plan ahead. For instance, if you're not on PlayStation, you're gonna be playing Warzone next weekend. Hopefully we get some info on that. If we do, you guys already know I'm gonna be covering it here on the channel alongside everything else going on in COD. News, updates, loadouts, tips, it is all right here. So if you're new here, feel free to hit that sub button, turn on those post notifications. That way you can always stay up to date. And of course, if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know by dropping a like on it. Would be seriously appreciated. But that is going to wrap things up. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Until next time, take it easy. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.